No big deal.
What's up, y'all? It's B coming back at y'all another video, man. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're going all the way up. Up. And I'm leaving the solar system, bro. What can I say, man? What can I say? 25-8, all gas, no brakes. I really don't stop. If you ain't followed me on Twitch, go follow me because the clock ain't stopped. BJ Too Cold Live. If you ain't following me on YouTube, go follow me on YouTube. BJ TV. And if you ain't followed me on my music, which I will be dropping music to you guys soon, starting next year, BJ Too Cold. I'm out of here. Get into this video.
Just 3 stories. The first story
The pain of being yourself.
is about connecting the dots.
Man.
I dropped out of Reed College after the first 6 months.
Hold on, I'm trying to stupid ass. Oh, man. It's always something that you gotta fix. Always something you gotta do. Alright, I got it. I'm fixed. Let's go.
But then stayed around as a drop-in for another 18 months or so before I really quit. So why'd I drop out? It started before I was born. My biological mother was a young, unwed graduate student, and she decided to put me up for adoption. She felt
Damn, I didn't know that. That's a crazy childhood to have.
very strongly that I should be adopted by college graduates, so everything was all set for me to be adopted at birth by a lawyer and his wife. Except that when I popped out, they decided at the last minute that they really wanted a girl.
Dang, I'm laughing because of my own self story, not because of what he's saying. My son, when I wanted to have a son, or when I found out I was having a son, I really wanted to have a girl. So I was laughing because parents do that. You feel me? Like, parents actually want a gender and sometimes can be disappointed, but I still love my son, and I don't regret my son. I love my son, bro. But it's just, if you're a parent, you guys get what I'm saying. Like, when you're having kids, there might be this ideal of what you want your kid to be, and then once you see it's something else, you're like, oh my god, it's just nothing but to be funny about it, because it's like, you can't take it back. You feel me? Like, you gotta just deal with it.
So my parents, who were on a waiting list, got a call in the middle of the night asking, "We've got an unexpected baby boy.
That's a
Do you want
blessing.
him?" They said, "Of course." My biological mother found out later that my mother had never graduated from college and that my father had never graduated from high school.
I graduated from high school, but I never went to college, chat. Never went to college. I always felt like I was too smart for it, though. I'm just being honest.
She refused to sign the final adoption papers. She only relented a few months later when my parents promised that I would go to college. This was the start in my life. And 17 years later, I did go to college. But I naively chose a college that was almost as expensive as Stanford. And all of my working class parents' savings were being spent on my college tuition. After 6 months, I couldn't see the value in it. I had no idea what
Because it takes yourself. It takes your own brain. It takes a lot of courage to just be your own boss, to be your own person. Like, I don't think you guys realize how much it takes. Like, it takes so much. You have to dedicate your life to something. If you don't dedicate your life to something, you are never gonna have a legacy. And I think that's what's important to most of us is having a legacy. Point blank, you gotta have a legacy when you leave here. There has to be that.
I wanted to do with my life, and no idea how college was going to help me figure it out. And here I was, spending all of the money my parents had saved their entire life. So I decided to drop out and trust that it would all work out okay.
That's what I did. Me and Steve Jobs ain't too different.
It was pretty scary at the
Ain't too
time,
different. That's exactly what I did. I just said okay.
Looking back, it was one of the best decisions I
Yeah.
ever made. The minute I dropped out, I could stop taking the required classes that didn't interest me
And start doing what I interested.
dropping in on the ones that looked far more interesting.
Bro, I love this video, bro. Cause this is life. This right here can change your life if you really pick up on what he's saying. You have to do that. You have to dislocate yourself from the things that aren't interesting you and find the things that resonate with you to interest you. And no one's gonna teach you that. That's not something that somebody could just hand you. That's something you have to learn and experience and hopefully get. But if you don't get it, you don't get it. And that's a very, very sad life to live. I can tell you that right now. But if you get it And I barely got that. I barely understood this one life lesson that he just said, and it's a very good one. You have to enjoy the things that interest you more than that interest other people. It's not for other people to get. It's not for other people to care about. It's for yourself. If you're interested in it, that's what you're supposed to do.
It wasn't all romantic. I didn't have a dorm room, so I slept on the floor in friends' rooms. I returned Coke bottles for the 5-cent deposits to buy food with.
Yeah, bro. Living below his means.
And I would walk the 7 miles across town every Sunday night to get one good meal a week at the Hare Krishna temple.
Yep.
I loved it.
Yep.
And much of what I stumbled into by following my curiosity and intuition turned out to be priceless later on.
Yeah.
Let me give you one example.
I love this shit, chat. I love this shit because this is genuinely what I feel like I've been going through. Like,
Reed College at that time offered perhaps the best calligraphy instruction in the country. Throughout the campus, every poster, every label on every drawer was beautifully hand calligraphed.
And I think that's just the part of human life. I think that's the beauty of being human. Is stuff like this.
Because I had dropped out and didn't have to take the normal classes, I decided to take a calligraphy class to learn how to do this. I learned about serif and sans serif typefaces, about varying the amount of space between different letter combinations, about what makes great typography great.
I didn't even know he was interested in that.
It was beautiful, historical, artistically subtle in a way that science can't capture, and I found it fascinating. None of this had even a hope of any practical application in my life. But 10 years later, when we were designing the first Macintosh computer, it all came back to me. And we designed it all into the Mac. It was the first computer with beautiful typography. If I had never dropped in on that single course in college, the Mac would have never had multiple typefaces or proportionally spaced fonts. And since Windows...
Bro, if he would have never went through what he went through, he would have never have even started up a Mac. It goes to show what you go through, chat, and life is always bringing you to a destination. Don't ever forget that. Whenever life feels like it's throwing you off or it's taking you through a side U-turn or it's going this way or when it's going that way, understand that there is something guiding you to a destination that only you can receive. And if you don't receive it, it's on you. And that's the beauty of life. Some people are going to get it, some people aren't.
But it was very, very clear looking backwards 10 years later. Again, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them
looking backwards. Facts.
So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something. Your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. Because believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart, even when it leads you off the well-worn path. And that will make all the difference.
That's where your legacy is made, chat.
My second
through not making rules
story is about love and loss. I was lucky. I found what I loved to do early in life. Woz and I started Apple in my parents' garage when I was 20. We worked hard, and in 10 years, Apple had grown from just the two of us in a garage into a $2 billion company with over 4,000.
Yeah, I wish I would have learned it a little faster. I didn't learn to love what I do. I would say at 20, I figured out I loved music. But at 24, I realized I loved just being a narrator, just being someone people could talk to. And in 5 years, who knows what I'm going to be doing? I just know right now I enjoy what I do. Genuinely, I enjoy it.
1,000 employees. We just released our finest creation, the Macintosh, a year earlier, and I just turned 30. And then I got fired.
Whew.
How can you get fired from a company you started? Well, as Apple grew, we hired someone who I thought was very talented to run the company with me.
Sometimes you can't trust everybody.
And for the first year or so, things went well. But then our visions of the future began to diverge, and eventually we had a falling out. When we did, our board of directors sided with him. And so at 30, I was out, and very publicly out. What had been the focus of my entire adult life was gone, and it was devastating.
That's crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I never knew that about Steve Jobs.
I really didn't know what to do for a few months. I felt that I had let the previous generation of entrepreneurs down, that I had dropped the baton as it was being passed to me. I met with David Packard and Bob
Nah, you followed your intuition. If you weren't liking the future that they had for it, I get that.
Noyce and tried to apologize for screwing up so badly. I was a very public failure, and I even thought about running away from the Valley. But something slowly began to dawn on me. I still loved what I did.
Yep.
The turn of events at Apple had not changed that one bit. I'd been rejected, but I was still in love.
Facts.
And so I decided to start over. I didn't see it then, but it turned out that getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened to me.
Because you find out what you love. That's that. I think if you take life down to the most smallest meaning, it's love. That's all it is. It's just love, bro. And I feel like if we all looked at life like that, we would all be happier. We all wouldn't be in fear. We all wouldn't be living the life we're living. If we just came down to this small meaning of just love. That's it, bro. It's so simple. It's so free. It's so cheap. But I mean, the world is the way it is because not a lot of people can love. You feel me? And if you hating or you trying to do something that's is crazy, it's because you lack love, bro. And that's okay. Because love is forever. And that is something you ain't ever gonna take away.
Heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again, less sure about everything. It freed me to enter one of the most creative periods of my life. During the next 5 years, I started a company named Next, another company named Pixar, and fell in love with an amazing woman who would become my wife. Pixar went on to create the world's first computer animated feature film, Toy Story.
Crazy, bro. You see how one destination didn't define him and he ended up making a whole different destination? That's what all we can do. We can all do that shit, bro. Like, he's a clear example. You just gotta keep getting up. When you fail, don't stop. Keep getting up.
And is now the most successful animation studio in the world.
I was just at Disneyland. I was seeing what he was doing.
In a remarkable turn.
Pixar, I believe, is on there, right? Didn't Pixar make Disneyland? Put in the comment section if I'm wrong. I think I'm right.
Of events, Apple bought Next, and I returned to Apple, and the technology we developed at Next is at the heart of Apple's current renaissance. And Lorene and I have a wonderful family together. I'm pretty sure
that's all life's about,
none of this
bro.
would have happened if I hadn't been fired from Apple. It was awful tasting medicine, but I guess the patient needed it. Sometimes life's gonna hit you in the head with a brick.
Facts.
Don't lose faith.
Never
I'm convinced
do.
that the only thing that
Don't ever do. Never lose faith. Always keep faith.
kept me going was that I loved what I did.
Yep.
You've got to find what
you love to do.
And that is as true for work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going
not
to fill a
speaking no
large
lies,
part of your
Chad.
life.
No lies.
And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe in.
If you love what you do, you ain't working a day in your life. If you love what you do, you're not working a day in your life, Chad. You're just not.
It's great work. And the only way to do great work is to love
What you do. Facts.
If you haven't found it yet, keep looking.
Don't settle.
And don't settle.
No.
As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. And like any great relationship, it just gets better and better as the years roll on.
You just lose track of time, bro. I lose track of time when you're in my eyes. That's a song about me. If y'all ain't go like and comment, subscribe to that, go do that. I'll be back at y'all in the next video, man. I'm out of here for this video, man. Doses.